Nicaragua, no pressure whatsoever, just enjoying this historic path towards the main event. They're bottom of Group C at 0-4. They were demolished by Canada home and away last February. In November, however, in the reverse game against Mexico, they fought valiantly. Came from 26 down to get as close as 5, ultimately lost by 9. They were chasing their first ever win in any continental or world level qualifier. Still didn't get it as they lost the second game in the last window by 16 to Dominican Republic. And that is who they finished their campaign against in Santo Domingo on Monday night. And as for Mexico, 2-2. In window 1, they lost by 14 in the Dominican Republic before a 7-point overtime win at home to the same opponent, so they lose the head-to-head tiebreaker against the Dominicans. And then in November, they beat Nicaragua by 9 in that game in which they almost surrendered that huge lead. They closed the window with a 10-point loss in Canada, which would make it very difficult indeed to advance even from a 3-way tie if they beat the Canadians in their final game in a few days' time. The advantage they have is home court advantage as they play host to Nicaragua tonight and then in the same building here on Monday against Canada. Well, Quintero's team with it all to do though. Need to rally together and take care of business tonight before producing their best performance of the campaign against the group leaders Canada in a few days' time. Ahead of tip-off in this one, we will pause for the 2 national anthems. A big cheer for Mexico tonight. They need a big performance in this final window. As for Nicaragua, not only have they never been to a major tournament, something that will change in August as they host the 2025 Americup, but they've never even won a game in any qualification campaign. Still Mexico cannot take tonight for granted, knowing they need the win. And knowing in the reverse meeting, they almost surrendered that 26-point lead, but just survived. Nicaragua lit it up to win the second half of that game, 46-36. They finished 41% on the outside through the game, having only shot 23% in the first window over their 2 games. But Mexico's 14 threes at 44% ultimately proved too much. That's an illustration that their level has to be high if they're to avoid what could be a fatal upset tonight. Through the campaign, Mexico do have better shooting percentages in all categories, grab more offensive rebounds, commit fewer turnovers, average over 10 steals a game. And they use that aggressive defense to score twice as many fast break points as Nicaragua, also getting more than 50% more points off turnovers. One positive area tonight for the Nicaraguans is that their bench does provide more points on average than Mexico's. And that was a key part of their performance in that previous meeting when they outscored Mexico's bench 37-32. This is their starting 5 tonight. In terms of their star players, Jared Ruiz, certainly the main man, but he's joined in the last window by Yosmal Martinez, who begins on the bench tonight. Jared Ruiz averages 13.8 points, 6.5 rebounds, 5 assists a game. He's been the most consistent star, but Martinez in the last window put up 22.5 points, 7 rebounds and 1.5 steals. And as for Mexico, Gael Bonilla, the 21-year-old, took on a star role with Gabriel Giron missing in the last window. Giron is back for this window, but he and Bonilla will both come from the bench. Karim Lopez, the 17-year-old, gets the start in this one, as does the 39-year-old Paul Storr. He's still averaging 11.3 points and team second bests of 4 assists and 1.8 steals, despite turning 40 later this year. Jared Ruiz, the main man ahead of the main event for Nicaragua this summer. Can he and the ever-improving Yosmal Martinez finally lead Nicaragua to that first ever qualifying win? Francisco Garth, key as well, the 25-year-old, who had his best game last time out in defeat to Dominican Republic, 15 points, 8 rebounds. Ponce Ferguson, 23-year-old center, has been huge, joining the team for David Rosario's side in the last window, averaged 3 blocks, as well as 7 points, 5 rebounds. Rosario, the Puerto Rican head coach of Nicaragua, also the head coach of Real Esteli in the Nicaraguan League, won the championship in February, and he coached Mexico's star player Gabriel Giron with his club side. Giron will face a number of his Real Esteli teammates here this evening. Omar Quintero, the man on the Mexico bench, took over first as head coach in 2021 after an illustrious playing career with Mexico, in which he was the top scorer at the Americup in 2003. Mexico don't just need to win tonight, but likely also need to beat Canada here on Monday by a big margin, given Dominican Republic's final game comes at home to winless Nicaragua. And the Dominicans already hold the tiebreaker over Mexico, meaning they now have one hand on one of the 2 remaining tickets. It leaves Mexico likely needing to advance via a 3-way tie. They need a big win against Canada, but first they need to win this one, and that's a very positive start to doing so. The stop and the score. And Paco Cruz, who's making his first appearance of these qualifiers, the 35-year-old veteran, gets up and running. So much of the play goes through Jared Ruiz, who takes the early 3 that rims out for him. Took 21 field goal attempts the last time these 2 teams met. Made 8 of those, finished with 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists and 2 steals in defeat. Glanced in by Paco Cruz. What a start to his first appearance of these qualifiers. 4 points early on for the 193 guard. Different players getting a chance in this one for Mexico, including the 17-year-old Karim Lopez from the start. His only significant appearance in these qualifiers was the game in Nicaragua on game day 3 when he played 14 minutes, put up 5 points, 3 offensive rebounds and 2 steals. Cruz working behind the frame of Gutierrez. Gutierrez couldn't get it back, knocked away, and Nicaragua will get their first score here. A comfortable conversion for Francisco Garth. And there's the handoff, Stoll. Stoll slips it in, Gutierrez back out, beautiful Mexico ball movement. James couldn't convert the outside shot though, shooting 36% in these qualifiers. Here is Lopez with that long stride, big frame. Difficult miss moving away from the basket, but Mexico able to keep it going. Lopez steps in, moves it on, and they have their 4-point lead back as Lopez comes up with the assist. It's a long 2 that's too long from Bartol Lopez. Karim Lopez looking for back-to-back assists. And a trip to the foul line to come here for Gutierrez. Foul on Bartol Lopez. As Karim Lopez takes plenty of responsibility in these first 3 minutes for Mexico. Karim Lopez, a big 2026 NBA draft prospect. He was on the all-tournament team at the ANGT event in Paris last year, Europe's premier club youth competition. And now, this season, he's gone to the next level, impressing with the seniors in the NBL with the New Zealand Breakers. Still only 17 years of age. Gutierrez making the free throws, Mexico already up by 6. An awkward-looking shot. And a hasty offense. And now a 3-on-1 transition opportunity, and Lopez right on cue in the corner as the 17-year-old strings it. Karim Lopez makes it a 9-point Mexico lead after just 3 minutes and 8 seconds. And that requires a timeout from David Rosario on the Nicaraguan bench. The big man, the big prospect, showing he can shoot. This really could be Karim Lopez's big night to arrive on the international scene. He's got 3 assists already. Now a 3-pointer for his first score. A rebound and a steal. Here's one of those assists. But it's his first score that's given Mexico this 9-point lead. Mexico starting 4 of 6 from the field and 2 of 2 at the line. Nicaragua only 1 of 6. They've taken as many shots, but they're not making them. Trying to shift Gutierrez out the way to no avail. The miss once more, make it 1 of 7 from the field for Nicaragua. Gutierrez has started well in that center position for Mexico. Paco Cruz flipping it out. Wide open 3 off the mark. Rebound secured by Andy Perez. Jared Ruiz. He's fouled by Stoll. It goes down somewhat awkwardly, but is okay. It could be the end of the line in terms of the international career for Paul Stoll. The 39-year-old Mexican veteran and legend. Mexico dangling by a thread in pursuit of a place at the Americup now, especially after Dominican Republic's huge win over Canada in the first game of this final window here in this group. That really puts Mexico in a perilous position. Nicaragua already taking a ticket, remember, from this group. So only 2 teams from this group advancing. As Ruiz is fouled by Lopez on a 3-point shot. And perhaps still part of the learning process for the 17-year-old. He fouls the 3-point shooter, who's only shooting 26% on the outside in these qualifiers. Jared Ruiz does lead the way in scoring for Nicaragua, averaging 13.8 points a game, but on low percentages. Taking so many shots, the vast majority of the offensive responsibility for his team. Not just their scoring leader, but also their creative leader and their rebounding leader. Playing 32.5 minutes a game. It's a couple of points for Ruiz early on. Gap close to 7, high off the glass, doing a bit of window shopping, Fabian Jaimes. Key player for Mexico, averaging team 3rd best of 12.5 points and 3 assists and a team high 6.5 rebounds. 3-point shot, they're not going down right now for Nicaragua. 0 of 3 on the outside, only 1 of 5 on the interior. They've missed a few good looks as well. Still, after a difficult first 4.5 minutes, they're only down by single figures. And Mexico only have 1 foul to give. Nicaragua only committing the 1 foul, need to play more aggressively perhaps on the defensive end. Stoll up high! And Karim Lopez, the 17-year-old in behind, is looking to have a night. And that might be the big story when this evening is all said and done for Mexico. Open 3 knocked down by Bartol Lopez. The 35-year-old center with the outside shot, his first 3-point make of these qualifiers, and only his 2nd attempt. And the flash and the finish from Jaimes, the off-ball movement for Mexico. And they're tearing the Nicaraguan defense apart. 17 points in 5.5 minutes. Jaimes has 6 of them. Ruiz. Up against Jaimes. Stepping in mid-range. Francisco Garth on the move, hand in his face. And Karim Lopez can open that long stride again. Paul Stoll with the short shot. And Ruiz going behind the vertebrae with the highlight reel play. Jared Ruiz around the back and through the rim. Nicaragua within 7. Oh, denied on the push shot attempt. Gutierrez, he'll battle for it on the boards, and a whistle. Nicaragua finally hitting their first 3, and in style. And they're looking to show a bit of tenacity. Perhaps for the first time on the defensive end, to try and close this gap. Gutierrez checking out. Joseph Avila coming in. His first appearance of this qualifying campaign. A few new names for Mexico. Lopez with a travel that time. So we've seen the best and the worst from him so far. 5 points, 3 assists and a steal. But also fouling a shooter on a 3-point shot and that turnover. Chance for Nicaragua to make it only a 2-possession game. Ruiz. Can he start to heat up, guarded by the lengthy Lopez? Shifts it in, nice play. Got a switch on the perimeter and the pass inside, but they can't make the most of it. And gliding through to convert, Gael Bonilla, who's just come in for the first time, Mexico's rising star. Bonilla becoming a key player for this team in recent months. Travel on Nicaragua and a chance for Mexico to make it a double-digit lead. Karim Lopez is the new shining star. Gael Bonilla, a star who's already risen. (21 years of age, he's averaging an all-round team second best 13.8 points, team third best 6 rebounds, and team highs of 2 offensive boards, 4.5 assists and 1.5 blocks. That is a complete stat line. He's also shooting it at 53% from 2 and 43% from 3. Oh, the pass as he threatened to pull the trigger. Gabriel Giron, he's just come in as well. So Mexico have built this early lead as they get the basket on shot interference there. Let's have a look. Giron throwing it in. There's interference with the underside of the net, and the score counts for Mexico, who lead by 11. Mexico building the majority of this large lead with star players Bonilla and Giron on the bench. Now they're on the court. That could spell trouble for Nicaragua. He's able to pick it up in the backcourt. Gets free via the screen. 3-point shot again, short this time. After he made his previous one, picked off by Ruiz. He'll take another shot, and again he'll miss. They can't build any momentum here, Nicaragua. Nice passing from Mexico. They dizzy the defense with the team basketball, firing on all cylinders early on. A 14-point lead as Karim Rodriguez converts. That one off Yosmel Martinez, who's just come in for Nicaragua, the star of their last window. Made a huge improvement, the 25-year-old. But any Nicaraguan star here tonight has been dimmed. They need one of them, probably more of them, to really light up here. Down 14. Mexico a chance to stretch what is the largest margin of the game. Rodriguez, up fake, step in, pass on, pass in, pinging about the basketball again in tremendous fashion and cohesion. Mexico by 16. Defense got a piece of it, tip will go. Finally something squeezing in for Nicaragua. Mexico relentless though on the offensive end, 26 points already. passing on again, creating another wide open look. Nicaragua let off the hook this time, and then concede the offensive rebound, and the second chance score goes for Avila, who's come in for his first appearance of these qualifiers and got 4 points in 3 minutes. An assist as well. Worked into the middle, where Hodson is fouled. Mexico 10 of 12 from 2. 2 of 6 on the outside as well. 28 points in 9.5 minutes, a 16-point lead. Five points, 3 assists, and a steal early on for Karim Lopez, who played the first 7 minutes. They're always creating open looks, and they'll take that one with Karim Rodriguez. He's got a couple of threes in quick succession now. Nicaragua trailing by 18 and have the final possession of a very difficult first quarter at both ends of the floor. And surely not three-quarter court shot that is somehow banked in at the buzzer. Now Mexico are on fire on their must-win night. Moises Andriassi close to coast to cap a fine first quarter. The 24-year-old point guard, who was shooting only 17% from 3 in this campaign, somehow hits that one. Well, it looks like they're not going to count it. But what a moment to witness for these fans here in Mexico. I'd love to see that one again. 31-13 remains the score, an 18-point lead for Mexico, running riot in the opening period. Paco Cruz, a couple of early conversions on his first appearance in this qualifying campaign. 4 points for him, 4 points for Avila on his debut in this campaign as well. David Rosario and his Nicaragua team have been run ragged. Paco Cruz, 4 points in 6 minutes, an assist as well. Not many baskets coming easy for Nicaragua. Karim Lopez, 5 points, 3 assists. Getting the start for the first time, played the first 7 minutes. He's since been overtaken by both Karim Rodriguez, who's got a couple of threes, and Fabian Jaimes, who's got 3 twos. Mexico's top scorers with 6 points apiece. How about that? The 39-year-old Paul Stoll to the 17-year-old Karim Lopez. They're shooting it so well all round. 10 of 12 from 2 for 83%. 3 of 7 from 3 for 43%. Mexico by 18. Confirmation in a three-quarter court. I think a little bit beyond three-quarter court attempt. At the end of the first period has not counted. It must have come slightly too late. I'd love to see it again. Foul on Avila. Nicaragua in that first period, only 4 of 18 from the field. 2 of 6 on the outside, not bad, but 2 of 12 on the interior. Team 18, remember they did fight back from 26 down against Mexico on home court in the building that will host this summer's Americup. They fought back to within 5 on a couple of occasions, so they are capable. But they're going to have to do it tonight without their home fans behind them, and with Mexico in the mood and playing delightful team basketball, no matter who is on the floor. Bonilla puts that one in off the pass from Avila, who's got a couple of assists as well as 4 points in his first 4.5 minutes of these qualifiers. Team play from Nicaragua that time, and Bartol Lopez puts it in. It's 13 assists for Mexico already. That is quite remarkable. And Karim Rodriguez, the sharpshooter, has 3 threes. 14 assists in the first 11.5 minutes for Mexico. Almost unparalleled team play. Tough fade, short. Rebound grabbed by Martinez. Martinez creates a bit of room. They're not going down for Nicaragua. Now a chance for the lead to surpass 20. Again, too many passes to keep track of. They are sharing the sugar with a sweet performance, Mexico. 15 assists after 12 minutes of play. Fortuitous twist away from 2, and the and one good for Martinez. Well, forget about his campaign averages, Yosmar Martinez. In the first window, it was 2.5 points, 1.5 rebounds a game. In the second window, 22.5 points, 7 rebounds, and 1.5 steals on average. He shot 5 of 5 from 3 over the 2 games. In that defeat to Mexico on home court, he had 24 points, 6 rebounds and a block. And 6 of 12 from the field, 4 of 4 from downtown. 6 of 12 from 2, I should say, 4 of 4 from downtown. Not quite able to reproduce so far tonight. Only 1 of 5 from the floor for 3 points, and it's that and one. That one rims out for Avila. Power forward who is confident in his shots. Ruiz. Riding a few bodies towards the basket, puts it in. Andriassi, he's had his big moment tonight. He enjoyed it, even though it didn't count on the scoreboard. Another 3. Mexico are letting it rain from long range. They're letting it rain from everywhere. Gael Bonilla gives them the 20-point lead and 42 points in 13 minutes of action with 16 assists. That would be a fairly positive assist tally at the end of a game, let alone after 13 minutes. So 20 the lead for Mexico, who are now 6 of 12 from 3. and 11 of 13 from 2. They're making it look easy so far tonight. It certainly won't be easy on Monday here. And they will likely have to beat Canada, and by a big margin. I think a margin of around 18 points would do it. But that will take some doing. That's, of course, assuming that the Dominican Republic beat Nicaragua on the same day to finish. That would allow Mexico to advance as part of a three-way tie at Canada's expense, but only if they can win the game by the margin they need. Titan Cacho with the missed 3. Rare isolation offense for Mexico. Gabriel Giron, a man certainly capable. They get a basket without an assist. Giron has 5 points in just 7.5 minutes, and they'll pull forward again. 3-on-2 in transition. Dropped off and put in by Giron, scoring in a flash again. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists in just 7.5 minutes since coming in. Here's Farrell Palf, his first appearance since the first window. Turnover again. It's getting even worse for Nicaragua. Paco Cruz back out. The freedom of the perimeter, off the mark though for Giron, who had been heating up. That would have taken him to double figures in a matter of moments, but Ruiz will show him how to shoot. That is a tiny stitch in a wide open Nicaraguan wound. 21 the deficit. Static 3-point shot, good for Bonilla. He becomes the first to 10, and he does so perfectly. 2 of 2 from 2, 2 of 2 from 3 for Mr. Efficiency. 10 points, 3 assists, a steal, a block, 0 turnovers, 0 misses in 8.5 minutes for the talented 21-year-old. Another young talent, Karim Lopez, comes back in. 24 is the biggest lead. Lopez with an impressive skill set and that 2 meters 1 frame. Will guard Ruiz. Ruiz turns it over. Trying something fancy in Nicaragua. They now have double the turnovers of their hosts at 6-3. Six turnovers, not horrific at this stage after 15 minutes for Nicaragua. But Mexico's ball protection and shooting has been superb, and Nicaragua's shooting has been shoddy. Cruz out, Stoll waiting in the wings, can't convert. Back-to-back open 3-point misses for Mexico. Otherwise, their assist tally would look even more impressive. I think those open threes, they're beyond 20 assists right now. Might be worth a check of what the assist record is in Americup qualifiers. Still a long way to go in this one. And they're starting to miss some shots. Ruiz looking to drive all the way to the basket, puts it in. Jared Ruiz. It's not been for an improvement in the Nicaraguan defense, though, that Mexico's scoring has slowed down. They're still creating good looks, they're just not making them. Stoll, it's another wide open 3. This one from the corner, they'll get right back at it with Jorge Camacho. They're 8-3 at 47%. First for Camacho, who's only just come in. Back-to-back buckets for Ruiz, but they need to get back on defense. Lopez, he'll attack Ruiz, bumping bodies, knocking him down. Can't put it in, but backed up by Fabian Jaimes. Nicaragua not happy with the no call. 8 points for Jaimes now. Not just sharing the ball well, Mexico, they're sharing the points as well. 4 players between 7 and 10 now. Camacho has just hit one, misses that one. Lopez battling down on the baseline. The teenager showing his tenacity as well as his quality early on, and also then his frustration. Felt he was pushed, as he presumably went out of bounds with the ball. Ruiz, guarded by Lopez again. Draws the double from Stoll, creates the shot, and Francisco Garth hits. He's shooting 40% on the outside, the best three-point shooter for Nicaragua in these qualifiers, averaging 10 points a game. Been quiet so far in this one, Garth. That was his first conversion, in fact. The stats late to update his second field goal, but on 7 attempts, his first made 3. Largest lead was 25. 22 now. And they will go to the benches for a timeout with 2.5 minutes to play just about in this first half. Quintero played 15 years for the national team as point guard. Now the head coach has been for a number of years. He's also the first Mexican to play in the Spanish top flight. Made a couple of EuroLeague appearances with Baskonia as well. One of the most talented players in their history. And his team on the brink of missing out on even going to the Americup, a competition in which he led in scoring just over 2 decades ago. Quick shots off the inbounds, created well with only 3 seconds on the shot clock, but off the mark from Paco Cruz. Ruiz with a couple of recent scores. Going to shake off Lopez, gets it back, up against Kareem Lopez again. Ruiz takes the side skip 3, misses. Taking so many shots again, Jared Ruiz. 5 of 9 from the field, 14 points to lead all scorers. But nobody else for Nicaragua has more than 5. Scoring has slowed up for Mexico. But Nicaragua struggling to eat into what has been a 25-point deficit. They've only shaved 2 off that. And down the floor, Kareem Lopez will soar. The rising star rises to rock the wreck. 7 for him. Ruiz. Defense biting from multiple angles. It wouldn't roll around and drop for him, but it will go to the line for 2. And Lopez, 7 points, 3 assists and a steal in 11 minutes now. 3 of 5 shooting, including a 3. Jared Ruiz, a chance to hit 16 points as the top scorer in this game, but Bartol Lopez and Francisco Garth with 5 each are the next top scorers for Nicaragua. Contrast that to the wonderful Mexican spread of scores. And 5 players between 7 and 10 points. Paco Cruz. Lopez, 3-point shot. Karim Lopez has 10 points in 11 minutes. The 17-year-old, now Mexico's joint top scorer, along with the 21-year-old Gael Bonilla. The future bright for Mexico. And Karim Lopez checking his opponent into the highlight reel hotel. An eyebrow-raising, roof-raising jam from the soaring 17-year-old star. Taking no prisoners in the paint and taking his moment in the spotlight. Ponce Ferguson put on a poster by Mexico's new poster boy, Karim Lopez. Well, he went sky high and left his opponent truly downed. Now this is tough to see for Nicaragua, and you hope for Ponce Ferguson, one of their brightest young talents, but it's nothing too serious ahead of what is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity perhaps for them when they play at their first ever major event as hosts of the Americup in August. .27, the largest lead for Mexico. Lopez up to 12 points, grabs a rebound as well. He's doing it all now. Karim Lopez passes on, but picked off by Yosmal Martinez. They could do with him getting back to his form of the second window. Goes behind the spine and then the dime, but a foot on the baseline. There's a foul first. 13 seconds of the second to play. Mexico by 27. The line, Yosmal Martinez only has 3 points in 6 minutes so far. 1 of 5 shooting from the field, 1 of 1 at the stripe so far. Remember, he averaged 22.5 points a game in the last window. Nicaragua have some young talent as well. Yosmal Martinez only 25. This is Francisco Garth, another of their key players, and Ponce Ferguson, the centre who's just gone off injured, 23. Made a big impact on the last window, having not played in the first. Stoll whips it overhead, one more pass. That's been the story for Mexico in a fabulous first half as they cap it in style with yet another 3 from Paco Cruz this time. And they come up with their 23rd assist of the half. Their 10th made triple. It has been a fabulous performance. They need to reproduce it here against Canada in a few days' time. At halftime here, 64 points for Mexico and a near 30-point lead over Nicaragua. Look at the 84, 45, 100 split, including 10 made threes. Nicaragua out to 32% from two. Mexico just dominant in all departments, more than 3 times as many assists. That's a fine tally for the end of a game. 23 assists, let alone after one half of action. Well, we're seeing those shooting numbers again. Mexico 16 of 19 from 2. 10 of 22 from 3. And it's made no difference really who's on the floor. They started with their stars on the bench. They've all shone so far here on home court. Chance for the fans here to continue to enjoy the occasion, the halftime interval show. We'll take a look at some of the key highlights and key stats over the course of this break. Plenty of them as far as the home team are concerned. They end up finishing that half with 6 scorers between 7 and 12. These are your best plays of the second quarter, including a couple of jams from Karim Lopez, and one that you will see time and time again. Plenty of threes as well. Karim Rodriguez was 3 of 3 on the outside for 9 points in 6 minutes in that first half. Gabriel Guillon hit a 3 as well, 7 points in 8.5 minutes off the bench for him. So many of those shots wide open, but also well created. Off the back of that ball movement, Guillon, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists as well. More of a cameo role tonight. But they're all right at it in Mexican red. 12 for Karim Lopez to lead the way in as many minutes. Also 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And a steal for Lopez. And that was the first dunk, the free route to the rim. The second dunk, there was an opponent in his way, and he soared over the top of them. We won't see that one on the highlight reel, but that has been the play of the game. We'll see it later, I'm sure. Half-time, Mexico lead by 29, 64-35 over Nicaragua.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they'd do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Oh, beautiful pass. Oh, my my goodness. The dunk as well by Romero and a chance for a three-point play. Look at this pass.
Coach is now going to have to try to force this one up from the halfway. Oh, baby! Buenas noches. Are you kidding me? Tony Trocha. That is incredible. Silverio Ruiz comes up with yet another steal. 3-on-1. Can they make the most of it? Touch pass Martinez. Oh my goodness. What a special rejection.
Oh, did he nutmeg him? I think he may have. Did he throw it through the legs? If he didn't, it was right, really close. Smart to Kaminsky, and ball knocked out of his hands. Now Puerto Rico running.
Oh my goodness gracious! Are you kidding me? Philip Wheeler.
Quickly, the USA the other way. One behind the back. Smart, and then getting it to Covington, who gets his first bucket.
What a movement for the Brazilians up high. Caboclo hits the lob, finishes it off beautifully, and you can already see the talent on Bruno Caboclo.
Flings it back out. There's a good opportunity. It goes high, but it's not been put in. And of course, quick transition. Oh, reverse dunk time. Put it in. Cardozo. Bring it on. Panama through the paint. Oh, SWAT team in town. And it's Cardozo again. He is just on fire, isn't he? Well, it's dreamlike, isn't it? This man here. Cardozo is just quality.
Did that go in? Are they going to count the bucket? Yes, they are! Tony Trocha!
Over Caboclo. Rubino now, he's got the lob. Watch out. What up high? It's thrown down by Cardozo. Crowd is fired up. Even Coraza puts his hands on his head as if to say he can't believe what he just saw. Let's take another look at that one, though.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back to Mexico. You have a dominant lead over Nicaragua at half-time in this must-win Game Day 5 contest here in the qualification campaign for the 2025 Americup. We'll take a look at the top scorers. Nicaragua have the top scorer in the game, despite the fact they've only scored 35 points. 16 of those have come from Jared Ruiz. And 50% field goal shooting, including a couple of threes. Not much more he can do. But he needs some help from elsewhere. Nobody else with more than 5 points for Nicaragua. Jared Ruiz, a game high 16 in as many minutes. Mexico, in contrast, have shared it around. But one talented teenager has stood out. He got the start, Karim Lopez. The 17-year-old tonight, he made the most of it early on, went to the bench, and then produced even bigger moments after coming back in. 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting, including a couple of threes without a miss. Not just the scoring, but 3 rebounds, 3 assists early on. Also a steal, on his stat line and the play of the game. Take a note of the name. Karim Lopez has arrived on the international scene. 64 points altogether for Mexico. 5 scorers between 7 and 12, led by Lopez. 29 is their lead. In the process, they've moved the ball for 23 assists. I make it that the assist record in these qualifiers for this edition of the Americup was set at 32. Canada against Dominican Republic in November, 23 at the half for Mexico here. That was the record over the first 2 windows. Not sure any team has surpassed it yet in this final window. Mexico could be chasing an all-time record if they keep it going in the second half. Lopez isn't the youngest player in these qualifiers, but he's close to the 17-year-old. Matias Vasquez has played at the age of 16 for Brazil. Take notice stat line for Lopez here tonight. We'll see much more in the second half. Still seeing plenty of entertainment here at half-time. Well, Mexico had the pressure on them ahead of tonight. They can enjoy this moment for now. I tell you what, the pressure's going to be back on them here when they're back on Monday, because they're going to have to produce a performance of this standard again against an opponent of a much better standard. They're going to have to beat Canada, I think, by a margin of 18 points. Actually get to the Americup, a competition they were champions of in 2013. Going to satisfy the first part of the must-win equation tonight, barring a complete implosion for the ages, up by 29 at half-time here against Nicaragua. Despite Jared Ruiz's 16 points for the guests. He's more efficient tonight than he was in the home game against Mexico. This is a nation, Mexico, who've been to the Olympics 7 times, bronze medalists at the Olympics a long way back. 6 World Cup appearances. Played at 2 of the last 3 editions of the World Cup after a 40-year absence. Gold medalists on the continental stage in 2013 when they beat Puerto Rico by just 2 in the final after they downed Argentina in the semis. And they're struggling to get back to that grand stage. In 2017, they won the bronze medal 2 editions ago. Lost to Argentina in the semis, but beat the Virgin Islands in the 3rd place game. They got to the quarterfinals of the last Americup, lost by 5 to Canada, finished 5th overall. Looks as though they might not even get to this year's edition of the Continental Showpiece. Their fans will do their best to try and change that narrative. They're sitting comfortably for now, just enjoying the show that Mexico are putting on. But they will need each and every decibel from each and every voice that they can possibly muster here to beat Canada by a big margin on Monday. There's that QR code for the Courtside 1891 app if you're quick enough to catch it with your camera. All of the FIBA streams, as well as schedules and scores, highlights in your pocket. Well worth the download. This performance from Mexico has been well worth the watch. Can they continue it? It's a record-setting team display in the second half. Or can Nicaragua do what they did in the reverse meeting and fight back to make it a game? Reverse meeting against Mexico, they came from 26 down to within 5 on a couple of occasions. They're 29 down at the start of the second half in this one. It's their first shot of the third quarter. Paco Cruz. Lopez. Quick pass into Gutierrez, who started well in this game, then went to the bench. They get the ball back. Lopez trying to split a couple of defenders, but travels. His second travel of the game. If you're late joining us to this one, Mexico led by the 17-year-old Karim Lopez in the first half. Shot 80+% from 2, 10 threes at 45%. Moved the ball for 23 assists with just 4 turnovers. Ruiz lost it up against Lopez. He's free, down the floor to fly. Karim Lopez clocking up the air miles here tonight. A 17-year-old superstar. A big name in the making. A big stat line in the making tonight. 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in 13 minutes for Karim. Too quick, too athletic. Mexico by 31. In the NBL this season, he's been averaging 9.5 points, 4.7 rebounds, close to 1 block in 23 minutes. Over the last 8 games, he's taken his game to another level. He's averaged 13.6 points over the last 8 games in the NBL. It's a 17-year-old on the senior stage, and now he's doing it for the international team. Cruz, 3-point shot, transition, triple is good for Paco. Mexico have left Nicaragua as a dot in their rearview mirror. No such signs of a repeat comeback performance from Nicaragua against Mexico as they came close to completing earlier in the campaign. No such signs of any Mexico slip-up. There are signs of the team purring ahead of their huge game against Canada and showing they are capable of winning that game by the margin required. The kind of form they're all on right now, as a team moving the ball and as a set of shooters. Lights out stuff from Mexico. There you see the 34% through the campaign. Tonight, 50%, 12 made threes. Stop. Flyby, passes on. Gutierrez threatened to throw it down. That would have been a scintillating assist for Paul Stoll. Gutierrez instead will have to go to the strike for 2. They've had 3 assists already in this quarter, taking their tally for the game to 26. They're chasing records here. Gutierrez 0 of 2 from the field, but a perfect 3 of 3 at the line. One more to come. He's taken all of Mexico's free throws in this game. They've hardly got to the line. Perhaps his criticism of the Nicaraguan defense. They've not been aggressive on the defensive end, Nicaragua. Not at all. Mexico have committed 4 fouls in this third quarter already. That one from Badilla. Gutierrez maybe got him from the other side. It's Paul Stoll who has the foul. Just looking at the foul count for Nicaragua in the game, they've only committed 5 fouls in 13 minutes of play. That's almost unheard of at this stage, and a real indictment of their defensive energy. Key part of the equation as to why Mexico, with Karim Lopez showing his leap again, and now up to 75 points. And 28 assists. They have more than doubled the scoring tally now of Nicaragua. Gutierrez the rebounds. Stoll still running the show. Poked out to Bonilla. Bonilla going baseline, shoulder to shoulder. Gutierrez back to Bonilla. Turnover. It's a rare turnover for Mexico. Garth shifts it on. Had to be picked up down off the hardwood. Short shot. Mexico have committed 13 fouls as a team. Nicaragua only 5. A little pressure being applied from Nicaragua's defense. And Mexico and taking full advantage. Bonilla now up towards Lopez as the top scorer. 15 for Bonilla, 16 for Lopez. So 31 points from the 2 young stars combined. Ruiz, static 3-point shot short. Quarterback pass down the floor to Paco Cruz. He kicks it back out. Lopez, he'll attack the basket, drop it off. Gutierrez. They made the most of the open space they have, but they'll slow it down, try and do it in the half court now. Stole the lock picker. Paco Cruz, the shooter, and he hits the target as Mexico keep on doing time and time again. 13 threes at 50% for Mexico, and now 30 assists. They're only 2 off the record for these qualifiers, and there's still 15 minutes to play. Javier Jaimez has quietly racked up 10 rebounds now, including 3 offensive rebounds. He's only 2 points away from a double-double. He's only played 12.5 minutes. Stoll is up to 6 assists without a turnover. Garth the 3. Too long. And Karim Lopez has another rebound. He's doing it all tonight. There's a whistle against Romario Ponce. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for Karim Lopez in 17.5 minutes. What must David Rosario be thinking on the Nicaragua bench? Tipped by Lopez. Stoll. Corner shot. You just know it right now. Mexico feeling like they can't miss. It appears they can't. Only getting better and better. This is an 18-1 third quarter. 18-1. Omar Quintero's team bringing their best, but is it too little too late to save their Americup ticket? Stop. Oh, the composure in the paint from Bonilla, then the miss, but a foul. Mexico only 1 assist shy of that record for these qualifiers that was set by Canada in the last window. At this pace, playing this way, you'd expect Omar Quintero's team to get to 40 assists. That is surely unparalleled. Bonilla. Now the top scorer for Mexico with 17 points. 5 assists, 0 turnovers, 0 misses for the perfect 21-year-old Gael Bonilla. 5 assists without a turnover, 17 points without a miss. He's now the top scorer in the game, overtaking Jared Ruiz, who had 16 at halftime but hasn't scored since. Nicaragua have 1 point in over 6 minutes of second half action. And still just 1 as they miss a pair. They've still not got a field goal in this second half. They've got a chance there off the back of the offensive rebound for the missed free throw. Martinez. And shake off the defense. Unable to do so. And another Nicaraguan turnover. The prospect of going a whole quarter without a field goal for Nicaragua now, as it goes from bad to worse. It is now 32 assists for Mexico. They tie that record set by Canada in the November window. And of course, coming in this group against Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic who've beaten Canada earlier tonight. And that has put Mexico's Americup chances in turmoil. Not deterred though. Mexico continue to rack up the scores and the assists, and now have the qualifiers campaign record 33. There might be plenty more to come. Bonilla. They move it back. 3-point shot off for Avila. Stole the assist leader with 7, but so many more players contributing multiple assists. I feel like they're going to hit 40 here. They're not playing more in isolation. The longer the game's going on, Bonilla does there and misses. There's still 12.5 minutes to go to get 7 assists. They're averaging more than an assist a minute. Andriassi. A 3-quarter court 3 ruled out at the end of the first half. Just left his hand a millisecond too late. Martinez, little push shot on the turn, doesn't go down. Offensive rebound grabbed by Jensen Campbell. So we're looking at the points tally and the assist tally for Mexico. In terms of chasing records, we're also in this quarter looking at whether Nicaragua go a whole period of play without a field goal. It's a 22-1 third quarter in favor of Mexico. Goes without saying, this is the largest lead and it keeps on growing. Inside, pass on, wide open three. Avila can't convert. The points record, by the way, is 116, set by Panama against Paraguay in November. Oh, big dunk. Well, what a way to get your first field goal of the second half after nearly 9 minutes of a drought. Ponce Ferguson flying. Three-point shot off for Andriassi. A minute to play in this third period. Nicaragua finally getting a first field goal of the second half, having only had 1 point before that dunk. Avila inside to Guillaume. Back to Avila, spin move in the paint this time, and he lands that blow. And he missed a couple from long range. Six points, 4 assists for the big man on his first appearance of this campaign. 50 is the Mexico lead. Avila playing tough on defense. Came out to Martinez though. Open shot in the corner is away too late. And 5 seconds for Mexico to try and hit 90 before the final period. 34 assists now for Omar Quintero's team. Long range three off. Mexico by 50 at the end of 3. A demoralizing quarter for David Rosario's Nicaragua. A quarter in which they scored just 3 points, conceded 24, and saw the deficit balloon to 50. (81, 42, 83). The shooting split for Mexico, who have 13 made threes already. (17 is the three-pointers record in this campaign heading into this window. Karim Lopez continuing to put big plays on the highlight reel and big numbers on the board. It's already, with a quarter still to play, a qualifying campaign assist record. In terms of assists for Mexico, 34 at the end of 30 minutes of play. See so much of that ball movement here. They're chasing the points record of 116 points. They might be chasing the three-pointers record as well, if they can hit another 5 in the fourth. Mexico led by the 17 of Gael Bonilla, who's got 5 assists and 0 turnovers. Has now missed 1 shot and 6 of 7 from the field. Guillaume passes on far side. And in fact, with Guillaume returning to the team, Gael Bonilla has still remained the star. Guillaume missed the last window, having been the team's leader at 16.5 points per game in the first window. With him absent for the second window in November, Bonilla became the main man, but he remains so. The 21-year-old really maturing and graduating into that star role. Andriessi down the floor, puts it in. Mexico hit 90, a point in appreciation of the pass. Assist number 35 for Mexico. 16 points as the second top scorer for Karim Lopez, as well as 6 rebounds, 4 assists in 18 minutes. Paco Cruz now up to 13 points, and Karim Rodriguez up to 11. 4 scorers in double figures. They've also had 8 points and 10 rebounds from Fabian Jaimes. Jared Ruiz, who had 16 at the half, still has 16 to lead Nicaragua. And their second top scorers only had 5 at the half. They still have 5. $16 for Ruiz, 5 for Bartol Lopez and Francisco Garth. Timeout for Nicaragua, only 65 seconds into the final period. Their leaders in the various categories. Nicaragua, 3 players on 2 assists for them, nobody on more. They've only produced 8 assists as a team with 12 turnovers. Mexico, 35 assists with 7 turnovers. Ruiz still can't get his score in the second half. Inside, couldn't finish on the reverse. Jorge Camacho. Ruiz flips it far side. His radar set right for the pass. Nicaragua finishing the third quarter with only 3 points. 24-3 third period in favor of Mexico. The only positive for Nicaragua is the Mexican scoring slowed down at least. And they light it up from long range again here. They're going to have to continue to do so if they are going to set that points record. Rodriguez, the sharpshooter tonight, has 4 threes without a miss. 14 points without a miss as well, having hit his only 2. 14 points in 12 minutes. Mexico, though, scored 31 in the first period, 33 in the second period, fell to 24 in the third period. A very positive outcome. But it leaves them a little bit short in terms of that huge record tally of 116 points. It would have to be a massive final 8 minutes. And certainly capable. Mid-range push shot. Looked like he was going down for Gutierrez, comes out. He gets back on defense to intervene. Transition triple from the trailer, knocked down by Moises Andriessi. That's their 15th 3, so they're only 2 off the record in that regard as well. 7 minutes still to play. That record very much in sight. Nicaragua hitting a 3. Only their 5th of the game at 23%. First for Perez. Macho inside short. A couple of misses in quick succession for him. Still plenty of deflections from Mexico. Still working hard on defense despite being dominant, up by 55. They really have the bit between their teeth. They've responded with the right mentality to surely witnessing Dominican Republic's win over Canada early on. They don't want to take their foot off the gas down the final stretch, though. They want to be right at it going into that decisive game against Canada here on Monday. What a battle that's going to be between two of the biggest nations and some of the biggest names in the Americas. But Canada have a huge advantage in terms of the points differential. Even if Nicaragua were to beat Dominican Republic and do Mexico a favor, Mexico would still have to beat Canada while also overturning their 10-point loss against the Canadians in the first game. If, as expected, Dominican Republic beat Nicaragua, then the potential for a three-way tie and Mexico's win over Canada, I think, would have to be even larger. Karim Rodriguez, 14 perfect points. Gets it back, shoots again, first miss of the game. Perhaps understandably so, the offense is slowing down even more so here in the fourth quarter. Only 8 points from Mexico as we get close to the midway point and a turnover there. They were so on fire as a team early on. They still have a glorious chance of hitting that 40 assist mark. 37 so far. Midway point of the fourth now. Ruiz, three-point shot. And he finally gets that first score of the second half. Jared Ruiz after 16 points before half-time. Andriassi open for the three, puts it in, the 16th of the night for Mexico. And one off the century now, Andriassi up to 10 points. He becomes their 5th double-digit scorer with still 4.5 minutes to play. Ruiz, 5 in a flash, off the back of a drought. 21 for Jared Ruiz, the top scorer in the game again now. Mexico missed their first opportunity to surpass the century. That one goes down for Martinez, who's been quiet comparatively tonight after his 2 excellent performances in the November window. Nicaragua up to 50. They average only 61.8 points a game. Short even of that tonight. Mexico's shot's not going down now. They probably don't know how many assists they have as a team. If they did, I'm sure they'd be looking for 40. May well be unprecedented. You'll have to search the record books across all the international tournaments. Certainly a new record already for this Americup qualifiers campaign by a distance. They're still waiting for that century. They might get it now off the offensive rebound. 3-point shots, 102 for Mexico tonight. And they tie the qualifiers record of 17 made threes in the process. They're 1 assist shy of 40. 2.5 minutes to get it. Nice pass Ruiz through a pack and put in. Nicaragua's offense moving now. Far too little, too late. I don't recall any team ever hitting 40 assists in any game that I've called over the course of 15 years or so in the commentary box. That now the possibility for Mexico. They turn it over though, final 2 minutes. Three-point shot for Ponce, and he puts it in. Now is this the moment? There's a whistle. 17 threes, 45%, record tied, 39 assists, record set. What about the major milestone 40? Is it to come in these final 2 minutes? 14 points shy of the points record for these qualifiers. And slowed down considerably second half. They're well on pace to get there in the first half. So calculate a margin, it has been for a long time. Ivan Montano there, the 26-year-old who's only been playing 4 minutes a game in this campaign. That's some action here. Andriassi, around he goes to the perimeter, Montano. Jab step, up fake, passes on, far side. They move it around, twist and turn and miss. Still shy of 40. Picked off by Rodriguez. He'll go right to the goal and put it in as he hits every inch of the iron in the process, and one fouled on his flight path for a chance at a three-point play. Karim Rodriguez getting the reward for his defensive tenacity with a bit of luck in the process, but well deserved and well earned. See the foul count there, only 10 fouls for Nicaragua through the whole game. Their aggression and energy level is going to have to be much more when they play at their first ever major tournament as hosts of the Americup later this year. Andy Perez takes the deep three. It's well short. It's only 68 seconds to play, and still they're short of 40 assists, Mexico. They've been on 39 for a long time. They've spread them around so well. 7 for Paul Stoll to lead the way, 5 for Gael Bonilla, 5 for Paco Cruz, 4 for Guillon, 4 for Lopez, 5 for Avila in his first appearance of the campaign. 6 players between 4 and 7 assists. Now is this to be 40? And on fire, formidable 40 for Mexico. Playing unparalleled team basketball, 40 assists tonight. They could yet make it 41. 3 off for Andriassi. Mexico leading by 50. And Nicaragua out on their feet. Mexico not out yet. Do what they had to do here and get the win against Nicaragua. They will have to do it again against Canada on Monday. But if they can move it as a team like that and shoot it as a set of players like that, they have a chance of getting the huge win they need to save their Americup ticket and do so in dramatic fashion.